Well, good morning, my fellow adventurers. Welcome back to day 3 here at the Germantown Metropark. Last day, got about 2.5 miles hike. It's about 7:30, so I slept in just a little bit. I'd actually planned on trying to be awake really about daybreak, which was about 6:45, but I was good and comfortable, so I slept in a little bit, and really good night of sleep. Didn't hear anything, just some traffic and the crickets. Yeah, a great night of sleep though. Really slept comfortably in the hammock, had a great hang on it, and yeah, ready for today, ready to knock this 2.5 miles out and then the hour drive home. So it's been a good trip. Hope you guys have enjoyed the videos. Still do have a little bit of hiking left to do, and of course, you know, I'll share that with you. We will walk across the actual dam out this direction too, so that would be kind of cool. So we're going to get packed up real quick, not even really doing breakfast. I'm going to eat a granola bar on the trail, and I've got a almond butter I'm going to eat just to get some protein and stuff to prevent some cramps. I've got plenty of water for the morning. I've got over about 1.5 liters or so. And I'm going to drink probably 1 liter before I even get on trail and have that 1/2 liter to drink for the 2.5 miles over to the Jeep. I'm going to try to beat the heat. It is actually supposed to get to 92 degrees with a heat index of 105 here today. So I want to try to beat that. Well, I'm on trail now. Took about 50 minutes to pack up, which wasn't too bad. Considering everything was kind of damp, I had to wipe a few things down. It's a heavy dew last night. This grass is even wet right through here. If you notice, might be able to see the shimmering, I'm not sure. Consequently, my feet are actually already a little damp just from walking out of the site. Not worried about it. You know, we have like 2.5 miles at the most to get back to the Jeep. Should be a fun hike today though. Once again, a beautiful sunny day. Hoping to beat some of this heat. It actually is already warm, especially in the sun. I checked the temperature. It's actually already over 80. It's like 84 degrees with a real feel getting close to 90 already. So definitely going to be hot today. Like I said, they're going to see 92 regular feel. I think real feel is going to be well over 100, like 105. So I'm ready to get home and get out of the heat. I like the cold better than the heat. I can handle that. I could build a fire, bundle up more layers. Once it gets so hot, you just can't get cool unless you jump in the water, and fortunately there's nowhere to swim around here. But yeah, we're going to head on, make some tracks. Feeling pretty good this morning, which I'm kind of surprised about, because I felt kind of rough yesterday when I first got to site. you know, it did come back to me as I sat there and cooled off, but man, initially, that heat was bad yesterday. But feeling pretty good today. Stretched it a little bit, got the legs warmed up for this. Yeah, beautiful day for a hike, guys. Loving it. It's not too hot yet. I've actually already passed somebody here walking the trail a little bit. Older gentleman, probably in his 70s, taking it slow and easy. Like that'll be me in about 30 years. But you know, got to factor in your health and such. And if you can do the trail, might as well come out and walk it, guys, a little bit. Can't hurt. I'm just fortunate enough to be the age I am, and I'm still able to come out and do the backpacking and hiking. Being the age I am, you know, I keep track of my health, check my blood pressure regularly. You know, of course, the Garmin checks pulse ox and all that type of stuff. I mean, it's, you know, it's not super scientific, but it gives you a good guideline on how healthy you are. Get my lab work done once a year, that type of thing. Try to see a doctor once a year. And any medication that I'm on, you know, I definitely take regularly like I'm supposed to. So, you know, it's kept me in good shape, keeping track of that. And I've been kind of aware of that for years. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know some of the backstory. I can't remember if I've gone over in the channel, but I know it's been a while. At one point in time, 4 or 5 years ago, well, 6, 7 years ago actually, because I started backpacking around 6.5, 7 years ago. And at that point in time, I weighed 240 pounds. Before that, I actually weighed 270. I had put on a lot of weight due to health complications. I had pneumonia when I was in my early 30s. And some of the medicine they put me on, because it affected my heart rate and my blood pressure. And they just kind of threw me on some blood pressure medicine. Come to find out, I really shouldn't have been on all I was on. But, you know, some doctors, their answer for everything is to actually put you on a bunch of medication. So I gained a lot of weight. I'm actually at 195 now. I'm still overweight, but it's a lot better than 270. So doing better as far as my health, and I continue to try to do better going forward. That's the section of trail I told you guys that it was closed. It leads down to the floodplain. If you watch the second video of me and Alex when we first came up here, the very first time we ever came to Germantown Metropark, the second video we actually walked down through there. They've got it closed off right now because, like I said, Ohio had a lot of rain this summer, and there was flooding, and there's supposed to be a lot of flooding damage and a lot of tree damage that they've got to clear up before they let people down there. They just don't feel it's safe. Plus, with being a floodplain, from what I understand, there's actually parts of it that actually, with it being silty and sand, that you can actually slip down into. So, not a good idea. I actually read a forum where someone actually tried to go down in there and they came back out immediately. They actually almost lost their shoes because they went down into some mud or silt or something like that, and twisted an ankle. So they had to come up and get over to a parking lot with the help of their spouse. So I'm like, well, that's brilliant. They've got the trail closed for a reason, guys. Some people just like to be daredevils, I guess, and, you know, put themselves at risk. I don't understand it myself. But we're moving on. Wasn't planning on doing that part of the trail anyway today, because I'm heading towards the Jeep, guys. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Used to be, I believe, the Orange Trail was only about 8 miles, so they've added to it. That's probably why my calculations through all trails has been off. I was only looking at like 2.25 miles hiking today, and I'm already at, well, if you see, 2.74 today. I don't have far to go. It's probably less than half a mile now, but I'm going to be up at least 3 miles. So they've must have done some rerouting and such to make the trail a little bit longer. So be aware of that. If you come out to the Germantown Metropark, especially on all trails, it's way off. Like yesterday, I think I was factoring 5.5 miles. I think I did almost 7. So much different. But just be aware of that. Keep that in mind if you do come out to the Metropark. That is a little bit more miles than they used to say. Well, we're kind of in the home stretch, guys. We've made it to the dam. Of course, being this time of year, it looks like it's kind of dried out, but it's kind of neat. It's just a little walk right through here out in the sun. Yeah, after this little walk right here, it's literally a skip and a jump over to the Jeep. Heat's really coming in today now, and it's still, I mean, well before noon, so not too bad though. I'm at 3 miles, and I've been hiking an hour and a half, so still averaging about 2 miles an hour. Not too bad. I can do better. Just a little out of shape. Haven't been on trail for the year, so. But banging this last little stretch out, going to get to the Jeep, and that's going to be awesome. Oh. I've been hearing those bad boys the entire trip, off and on. That's kind of neat, getting to actually be out in the open and see them finally. Normally I'm under tree cover when they come across. That's kind of cool. Alright guys, I'm back at the Jeep, ended the trail. Ended up doing almost 3.5 miles today, so it was way off my estimates. I mean, even if I'd have been off a 1/4 mile, half mile, still way off. Because I was, like I said, thinking 2.25, ended up being 3.5. So that's interesting. Be aware of that if you come down here. It's really starting to get warm. Yeah, it took me about just under 2 hours to do that. So, not too bad. The heat is starting to come in though, so I'm ready to definitely get out of here and get home, guys. Get into some air conditioning, get a shower, get something cold to drink, and maybe a pizza or some cheeseburgers. I'm not sure which I want. We'll figure it out when I get there. If you guys have enjoyed this series of videos, and this video in particular, make sure you give it a like. Would appreciate that. Also, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That definitely helps us out here. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, etc., hit the comment section down below. We'll get you back as soon as we can, guys. Always enjoy interacting with our subscribers and just our viewers in general. Until next time, guys, always remember to live your grand adventure to the fullest. We'll see you on the trail then. Until next time, guys, take care.